Hey, welcome to the Bridge Church Memorial Day service. We just want to say welcome and thank you so much for joining us today. Stay with me because in just a couple minutes, you're going to see something crazy that we're going to do today, and I can't wait because we're going to find out the truth about Pastor Derek. Yeah, just wait. We're going to see what it is. In the meantime, though, I want to say just a huge, huge thank you as we celebrate Memorial Day weekend, and we want to honor those that have gone before us, their families, those men and women of your families who have made the ultimate sacrifice and maybe are in the military right now. We just want to say thank you. We know our freedom is not free because of you and those that have gone before. So please, I know it's not Veterans Day, but thank a veteran, and today we celebrate those that made that ultimate cost. And so let's just take a moment and pray for those families this morning before we jump in here today. God, I thank you for each family, Lord, that is represented right now. Would you bless them? And God, we just want to say thank you that we have the freedom to worship, even if it's online right now and broadcasting, God. And so thank you for that. Lord, bless the families who have given the ultimate sacrifice of leaving a loved one behind so that we might have our freedom in this country. Would you bless them and be with them, Lord? Be with us today as we honor and serve you in every way, shape, and form. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen. Hey, I want to welcome to the stage here a good friend of mine, Mr. Pastor Derek Mumm. And come on up here, dude. So,
I heard it was Casual Sunday.
Casual Sunday, that's right. I don't know what happened there, but it's okay. I mean, you're showing a little leg.
You know what? We have to take this opportunity to express ourselves when the church is here.
Some of us like to express ourselves a little bit more
than others. That is true. That is true. Okay, Hope I don't get fired.
So that we don't get in trouble, so I'm not touching you. I'm going to have you place this blindfold on, and then I'm going to tell you what we're doing. So here you go. Okay. All right. And
thank you for not giving me the blindfold that has like the two eyes on it. That's really weird. So
that's right. So here's what we're going to do. As he's putting this on, him and I have gone back and forth about which is the best chicken. In fact, he just did a youth group thing and found out that Chick-fil-A is the best. And I just thought let's put Pastor Derek to the test here today. And so I have purchased 4 different chicken strips. And so we are going to test it out this morning, and I want to make sure he can't see right now. Can you see me at all? No. All right, can you see me? It hurts my eyes. It hurts your eyes?
I didn't put my mic up here. It hurts my eyes.
Okay, he can't see at all, so I'm going to bring these out so that you can see them, and make sure you don't say anything yet. Just wait, okay? Because I know some of you like certain ones of these, and you might be able to see which is which here, and.
You got me like tofu chicken strips.
Oh, tofu chicken strips! Man,
it's like chick, as in like chickpeas, and it's like not real chicken. I'm gonna be really mad.
All right, so here we go. Time will tell which one is the best. So we're gonna allow you to pick. Here, come my way behind the table. Don't hurt yourself. Right there. Stay right there. Today we're gonna have you pick either
this
1, 2,
delicious.
3, or 4. I know it smells really good, and I think the chicken strips smell good too. All right. So, do you want 1, 2, 3, or 4? That's where you're going to start.
Let's start with 4.
We're starting with 4. All right. Here we go. Numeral L4, and what we will do here is so everybody knows which is which here.
This one is Burger King.
You're Burger King. All right. I'm not going to tell him what it is, but you can all see that.
And what are the rules? Do I need to eat just the chicken? Is there any dipping?
You can use the dipping sauce if you'd like, because what we're doing here is we want to know your favorite first, and then we'll tell you which is which, but we're going to see if you can guess it. All right, so I'm going to take one out of here and eat it as well, but go ahead, reach towards you. All right, there, you're close. All right, here you go. All right, so here, I'll without touching it, because, social whatever. All right, so try bite first. Go ahead.
Okay. That's a tough one. I don't know what that is.
It's chicken, dude. All right, dip it. We got some sauce for you. Down. Keep going. I touch it over. Oh, here. I'll just lift it up. There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
There we go.
All right.
Ooh.
All right.
Chick-fil-A sauce.
Okay. Put that one in the here. Nope. All right. Right down. There you go.
You know I'm not.
We know you can't see anything. All right. We got 1, 2, or 3 left.
I'm going to go in an even number, so let's go to 2.
Numeral 2.
Dos.
All right. I'm going to put that on the floor.
My 5 years of
I'm making a
Spanish
mess, dude.
paying off.
Okay. All right. I don't know if they can see that, but here we go. All right, so we've got, hold on. I'm getting there, dude. Sorry.
My apologies, Governor Walls, but just touch it. Make this easier. I don't care.
All right, there you go. There's that one. I just hand sanitized. Take a bite first. All right. And then, all right, come down, sauce it up. Straight down, right there. You're in the sauce. There you go, dipper. Dipper.
That's Cane's, baby. That's gotta be Cane's.
We'll find out if he's right or not.
Okay, do I finish this or?
No, you can finish it later. Here. Put it back in the Burger King box. I mean, all right, there it is. All right.
Hey, don't throw me off. I think
Okay.
I know my chicken.
All right. All right, all right, we got 1 or 3 left. 1 or 3 left. Here it is.
3.
3 it is. All right, here we go. 3. All right, so here we go. All right, you got to give me a second to get in there.
How long did it take you to gather all of this food, just out of curiosity?
It took a long time.
Dedication.
So this one's a little different. I just realized they gave me the wrong order, so way to go this place. So this one, there's going to be bone in this chicken. So here we go.
Okay.
All right, there you go. take a bite out of that sucker, my friend.
Just a lump of meat. Okay.
All right.
Okay then.
All right, how is that chicken strip, bone-in chicken strip? And then go ahead and straight down, dip it in the sauce. Tilt it to your left, straight down. All right, there you go. You got some sauce on there.
I don't know
You
where.
might have to lick around a little bit. All right. Okay. That's the sauce they recommended. All right, set her back down.
Buffalo.
All right.
Yeah.
It's technically not buffalo. All right, so we got number 1 left. All right, here it is.
All right.
Number 1.
You know what they say?
The final
first is
countdown.
the worst.
Final countdown. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. I'm going to grab mine out of here and there you go. All right.
Do you know what I'm excited about? The fact that you're going to be preaching and I just get to just casually eat the rest of the chicken. Okay.
That's not fair, dude. I'm eating right now anyway. So.
All right.
Okay, so go ahead, take a bite. That's the last one.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Dip down. Keep going. Here, hold on. Stop. Don't move. There you go.
Thank you.
We won't double dip.
Interesting.
Ooh, we might have got them on one.
I have no idea.
Or all of them. We'll find out. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Which one is your favorite?
Favorite chicken?
Favorite chicken that you ate? Yes. Chicken strips. Someone's bone-in chicken strips today. Just for you, my friend.
The traditional chicken strip.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. Okay. I tell a joke quick because I need to like process what I'm feeling.
All right. So, a long time ago, in a galaxy far, I can't even think of one. You put me on a spot right now. See, if my kids were here, they would be able to tell me one right away.
Yeah, Justice.
And
Well, what
Justice.
was
Well, some of them are a little crazy. Okay. So,
yeah. I'm ready now. Sorry.
Thanks. I did a good job telling jokes. All right.
Okay. So I probably should have done this in order. I don't know what I was thinking. So I did 4, 2,
2,
3,
3,
and
1.
1. Okay.
All right. So, which is your first lover?
So based on if I were to just eat plain chicken strips.
Yeah, I'm going to eat while you're telling us.
Plain chicken strips, I would probably eat 1 first.
Wow.
I know. Okay.
All right, hold up. What do you think number 1 is?
Burger King.
He thinks number 1 is Burger King. Is he right or wrong, folks? We'll tell him in a minute. Okay. Next.
Again, I'm getting all my order all mixed up. Okay. The the hunk of meat. Which one was that?
That was number 3.
That was number 3. Okay. So number 3, I'm guessing, is Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Okay. Number 3. This is what he thinks is KFC.
Number 2 would be Raising Cane's.
He thinks number 2 is Raising Cane's.
And number 4 would be Chick-fil-A.
All right. So you're 50% right. All right. Why don't you open up your eyes here and take a peek, my friend? Number 1 is actually Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And you had number 2 right, Cane's.
Okay.
And then number 3 was Popeyes. They gave me full chicken. There's your
This is
hunk
a
of meat.
hunk of meat.
I get the wing. All right, I put
Okay.
the wing in the Cane's
Okay.
box, not to confuse people. And then you're right, Chick-fil-A. Good job, my
Okay,
friend.
that's actually not bad. I'll take that. I'll take that all day long.
And I have to admit, I had one of the Cane's chicken fingers, and it was good. So I think whoever made it this time, they did a really good job. I know they
Here's
make
what
it
I
fresh.
will legitimately say about Cane's, okay? Cane's is really good if you like the sauce. If you are purely going into Cane's when you're ketchup and you're getting fries and you're getting chicken, it's nothing to write home about. But when you combine it with the sauce, it's
I'm
a
just
game
eating a
changer.
chicken wing. Go ahead.
And then the Chick-fil-A stuff is super good too. That the sauce is what it comes down to. But I'm impressed with Dairy Queen. That surprised
good.
me.
All right.
What sauce did I have? Because I would not get the sauce.
It's a
again.
house-made ranch. It looks
Yeah.
pretty thick, man.
It
All right,
is.
why don't you help me move this table off?
Okay.
And let's bring the word today, man.
Yeah,
Here we go.
The Lord's chicken and the Lord. It's kind of, it's all perfect.
We can keep it right here.
As
It's all
we
good.
walk off the stage. I'm
Hey,
gonna,
all
I'm
right.
gonna take this chicken if you
So,
don't mind.
it's all yours, man. You got that hunk of meat, and, that used to be Heather's nickname for me. No, I'm kidding, I'm
Oh,
kidding.
yikes.
So while he's eating all that chicken, I just want to share kind of a short message with you today. I know that took up some time, but we just want to have fun in church on occasion. And so that's okay to do, even if we're not here together. And I just kicked Louisiana hot sauce to the floor. So, we look at this today. We were having fun. And there's all these different types of chicken. In fact, I can still taste them in my mouth. I got like hunks of meat stuck in between the gaps of my teeth. And there's different types of sauce even that we put on the chicken strips. And what it does is it sets this apart. Derek always says that his favorite is Raising Cane's. Well, just now he's blindfolded. He's like, oh man, that one's really good. Thought it was Burger King. It was Dairy Queen actually, so we got them. But we are called as Christians to be set apart. And just real simple, what that means is we've already looked at that the last couple weeks. We are meant to display kindness. When we look at that ketchup bottle, what comes out of it should be kindness. Last week we looked at how when we get angry, it's not a sin to get angry. It's what we do with it that's a sin. That's biblical. And so it's okay if you have anger. It's what you do with it that makes it that sinful. And so today I want to look at the thing that it does. What Dairy Queen did today is it set itself apart. In fact, even the sauces, Derek was able to figure out which was Cane's and which was Chick-fil-A right away because of the sauce. They set those companies apart. And so, today we have to look at what sets us apart. Is there a sauce that you prefer? I mean, come on, how many of you prefer Cane sauce over Chick-fil-A sauce? I love Chick-fil-A sauce, man, any day, but the one I got today wasn't bad. I'll say that. So here's what I want to give you, just some things that set us apart. First is this: our identity as a Christian sets us apart. Knowing who we are in God is what sets us apart. Resting assured that the God of this universe is completely in control and He cares for you and me. He cares for us. He's the one that we can go to. He's the perfect Father, and I think sometimes we forget that, and that's who we have to rest in. You see what it says in 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 9. It says, "But you," talking about you, "are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession, that you may declare the praises of Him who called you out of darkness into His wonderful light." Come on, man, that's who you are. You're a royal priesthood. And so the more you affirm who you are in Christ, the more you reaffirm it, the more your behavior will actually begin to reflect your true identity. Your identity isn't wrapped up in who you used to be, and it's not even who you think you are. It's whose you are, and that's where we get our true identity. Second is this: always having an answer sets us apart. We're called to always have an answer every time. I'll give you a great illustration of this. How many of you have teenagers? Do they always have an answer? Oh, yeah. Now, granted, their answer isn't necessarily right, even though they know it is, right? That it's always right. We all have, or those that have teenagers, see that. We were all once teenagers. But God calls us, you and I, who hold the hope of the world, and that's Jesus, to have an answer. That's what sets us apart. When people are going, what's my purpose? Why am I here? We have that answer. It's to serve Christ. It's to be a part of what God has already put in place for people. In fact, in 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 15, it reads this way. It says, "But in your hearts, revere Christ as Lord. Always be prepared to give an answer to everyone who asks you to give the reason for the hope that you have, but do this with gentleness and respect. You see, the world is searching for answers. Do they know that you have one? And let me just take this moment, just really quick here to say a couple quick things, and I'll jump back in. First of all, if you are a guest and you're jumping online today over Memorial Day weekend, I just want to say we're honored to have you. Welcome. Thank you. You know, we're going to put a Connect card link, and we just ask you to fill that out. We want to just pray for you. We want to know what we can do to help walk alongside you right now. We believe we do have the answer, and that's in Jesus. And we just want to demonstrate that, not shove it down your throat. The second thing is this. We have been receiving an offering every week online. You're welcome to do that. We invite you to do that. It's a part of our worship. But all we want you to do is ask God, what would he have you to do? And we just want to thank you for all of you that have been so faithful and generous during this time. It's allowed us to continue on being the church rather than just doing church. We told you last week about something very cool that we were doing, and at the end of this message, we're going to post a picture of the winner of the chalk contest. And so please look for that, because you, and I'm not going to say it, you got to wait till the end, who has won free drinks from the Healthy Hangout, and maybe even more. You'll find out. And so make sure that you wait till the end to see who the winner is of Chalk the Lot contest. All right, let's jump back in. You see, we're called to be set apart. Not only is it our identity that sets us apart, not only is it always having an answer for those that ask, but it's also realizing that it's our joy that sets us apart. Your joy and my joy should set other people apart. Have you ever met a Christian where they seem down, or they seem, like just unhappy, or they're complaining all the time, and you're like, I just don't want to be a part of this. Like, sometimes Christianity to the world doesn't look attractive when we're not living set apart in the joy that he has for us. You and I should be the most joy-filled people in all the world. Christianity, it's not meant to be boring. In fact, Paul says in all circumstances, he's joy-filled. Now, I got to tell you, that's hard for me sometimes. In fact, I think it was about 15 years ago, I was helping my father-in-law lay wood floor in his house. And I hadn't laid a lot of wood floor before. I'm not a construction worker by trade. And so I wasn't thinking. I didn't have steel-toed shoes on. You know what I had? I had sandals. And so I had these sandals on. And if you've ever laid real 3/4-inch wood floor, you use this giant gun with a mallet, and you place it, about like here, kind of between your legs, and you hit. And so I was going, and I was hitting the staples, going, and I got distracted for a second, and I went down with that mallet. And I nailed my toe, my big toe, so hard that the actual nail literally popped straight up. Blood started ooshing out onto this floor. I had to lay down because I thought I was going into shock. And in fact, for the next month, I had to stare at my toenail like 45 degrees angled out. And it hurt when I showered. It hurt when I touched, that little skin piece that just feels kind of gross. I hope I'm grossing you out. We're called to have joy in that. Well, does that just mean, oh, yay, I'm just happy, everything's great? No. That means going, God, I know you're in control, even though I'm in pain right now. There's a difference. And so we've got to hold on to that joy that Christ gives us. The greatest hope that ever existed is Jesus, that you and I get to have and display. We have nothing to worry about in our life on earth. We know how the story ends. So why do we struggle so often to be filled completely with joy? That's our calling. You see, a genuine, heartfelt joy is 100% contagious. That those around you desire and they want. It's a joy that reaches out to others when they're done with hope, when they've lost hope. They see you have hope in hopeless situations through your joy and the way you respond to every circumstance and situation. What comes out of our mouth sets us apart. Now, don't nudge the person next to you, because we've all said things we've regretted, or we've all said things that go, man, that's probably not Christ-like. I think it's been a couple hours for me. And the first week in this series, It's Better with Ketchup, we talked about kindness, and last week we talked about anger and how we got to deal with it before we display it. And so what comes out of our mouth literally should set us apart in a positive way. God has given our mouth, what comes out of this, the power to either curse or to bless. And so are we being a cursing to others, or are we being a blessing to others with what comes out? It should set us apart. It should be attractive to somebody when they hear this. In fact, in Matthew chapter 12, verses 34, the last part of the verse says this, "For out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks." And so whatever comes out really is showing what's going on inside your heart. So we have a choice. Are we lifting others up, or are we ripping them to shreds? The other thing here is we're called to be fruit-filled. All right, think of a donut. Not fruity, though. Okay, we're called to be fruit-filled rather than fruity. All right? Being fruit-filled sets us apart. Now, what do I mean by that? Within the Bible, it talks about how we are all called to display these things called fruits, or fruits of the Spirit. And if you're not familiar with what that is, it's different characteristics or character qualities that if we are a Christ follower, we should all have. Especially if you've said, Pastor Chris, I've been baptized by the Holy Spirit, and I've walked that out, then you should display all of these all the time. In fact, here's what it says in Galatians chapter 5, verse 22 and 23. "But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control." And I love this last part. It lists all these character qualities. "Against such things, there is no law." Now think about that for a moment. Against such things, there's no law. In other words, it's not a bunch of, you have to be gentle, you have to be kind, you have to be patient, you have to be self-controlled. No, it's not saying that. It says this isn't a law. This isn't something you have to follow. It's something you should be. In other words, think about this. The foundation of the fruits of the Spirit is not law. And if it's not law, what is the opposite of law? We know that the opposite of law, according to the Bible, is grace. Therefore, if it's not based on law, then all of these are simply founded in grace. And so it's getting these character qualities that we don't deserve. God is allowing us to live these out every day of our life. This should be living out loud to others. When we display this, it sets us apart. How we handle things sets us apart. When you go through the drive-thru and the order didn't turn out the way it should, how you respond sets you apart. It's doing the right thing even when it might not benefit you. That's what sets us apart. And so lean into those. What's one that God wants you to work on? Is it love? Is it joy? Is it peace? Is it being patient? Is it being kind, like we talked about a couple weeks ago? Is it just realizing the goodness of God that He has for you? Is it being faithful? Is it being gentle with the tongue or self-controlled in any way? What is it that God's speaking to you? And I've got one more for you here this morning. Last is this, and it's about God's strength. God's strength sets us apart. A lot of people I know recently have gone through storms. Maybe it's financial storms, maybe it's relational storms. Some of you have lost loved ones in the last few weeks, in the last few months, in the last few years, and you're still dealing with that. And my heart breaks for you. Pastor Derek and I pray for you. Our hearts go out to you. We want the best for you, and we know that the only reason you're getting through these times isn't because of him or me, it's because of God's strength. Don't lose out on that. Hold on to that. That sets you apart. That's so attractive to other people when they see that. And so it allows us to hold on to God's strength, not only to weather any storm, but to be able to stand strong during those times of trial. Sometimes if your life looks like a country song right now, rather than go, I got to figure it out, go, I'm going to stop trying to figure it out, and I'm just going to lean into God's strength because I don't have any left of my own. That's where you stop and God starts, is when you realize your limits. And so hold on to Him. People see that. The last thing I want to say to you this morning is God's strength allows us to do all these things, to set ourselves apart and have grace. You're not going to do it perfect. Even this week, we're all going to mess up on this. That's okay. Don't be like, you should have, you could have, you would have. That's shame-based. This is not meant to be shame-based. It's meant to be grace-based. I'm giving Derek grace even though he likes Dairy Queen better than Chick-fil-A and even Raising Cane's this morning. Come on, his taste buds must be off. All right? But the last thing I want to say is remain faithful to God. Remain faithful to your spouse. Remain faithful to your family. You've been faithful to your church, and some of you are new, and we're excited. But to do that and to have God's strength, it's outside of you. You have to get to a place where you say yes to a relationship with Jesus Christ. In fact, our church number, it's 763-753-2134. If you know that you need to make it right with Christ today, would you just text yes to that number? We want to pray with you. You don't have to tell us your name unless you want to. But if you text yes, we want to pray for you. And if you say, Jesus, forgive me. I know my past, it's just awful, and I ask that you would clean it. I want to live for you anew. You do that not on your own strength, but by God's. So anyway, man, we just are grateful, and I want to say a huge thank you for you guys hanging out with us today, and a huge thank you for Pastor Derek eating just a crud load of chicken at the beginning of today's service, and I'm going to go join him right now for a little bit more. And anyway, we just want to say God bless. If you need anything, please let us know. We love you. We're praying for you, and we're all in this together. We'll love you. Talk to you later.